Welcome, everybody. Today is Wednesday, June 14th, and this is the Bomb Squad team call. Some of us just listened to it live, and it really made me think of some times when, actually, we're going to do a little experiment. I know some of you are walking around the room or whatever, so just if you would, for 10 seconds, close your eyes with me. Mine are closed, so I can't tell if yours are. And I want to take you back to a time in your life that was not the greatest. So maybe one of the darkest or saddest days or weeks or months of your life. I mean, I've had a few of these. I'm sure, everybody's had some down times. And how you felt and, what was going through your mind, how your body felt, how your days were going and things like that. I want to take you to that deep emotion, and then I want to snap you out of that and take you to a different time of your life when things were going great. I want you to think about those emotions or those feelings or what was going on with you, how your body felt, how the thoughts that you had, the energy that you had, the difference, and how, it was probably easier to go through the day. You probably felt like you were floating or whatever. And you can open your eyes now if you have them closed. And I was reminded a couple different times this week about how if we can tie emotion to what we're trying to do here, and emotion to our posts, emotion to our messaging, and take people, Sean T is really good at this. So this week I've done the 3 workouts, even though modified, but I'm trying to get more into the mental part of what these guys are saying, and listening to Jamie's live that Carrie was so nice to share with us in the Shift Shop group, and going on Saturday and hearing, what Chris Downing had to say. So I just want to try to remind us all that emotion is what there was that email that I get every morning that Darren Hardy is sharing this week a 5-part series. It's like 5 minutes each day. I listen to it the first thing in the morning. And it was like something about pathos and like why people do things. And there's like different things. And pathos, I think, was something about emotion. And not like 50% of your decision making is based on emotion and 50% is based on logic. 100% of why people make decisions is emotional. And I think I might have shared that in the Bomb Squad. If I didn't, I could do it later. Anyway, all right, let's get to Jesus Calling. Sorry, that took a little longer than I wanted, but the times when I get into conversations with people and there's emotion involved, those are things that people are going to remember, and we can help people through that. The times when we talk numbers or facts or logic, that doesn't resonate with people. It doesn't get inside their heart or soul. All right, here's June 14th. I have loved you with an everlasting love. Before time began, I knew you. For years, you swam around in a sea of meaninglessness, searching for love, hoping for hope. All that time, I was pursuing you, aching to embrace you in my compassionate arms. When the time was right, I revealed myself to you. I lifted you out of that sea of despair. I set you down on a firm foundation. Sometimes you may have felt naked, exposed to the revealing light of my presence. I wrapped an ermine robe around you, my robe of righteousness. I sang you a love song whose beginning and end are veiled in eternity. All right, and here's these last 3 sentences I really like. I infused meaning into your mind and harmony into your heart. Join me in singing my song. And then this is the sentence that I hope we can all remember. Together, we will draw others out of darkness into my marvelous light. Together, we will draw others out of darkness into my marvelous light. And that's how I view what we all do together. We're trying to take people from that dark place, that dark time, or when something bad comes up in their life, that they have a place of light, of positivity, a place to go where there's support, and it's not non-judgmental, and it's fun, and it's happy, and it's caring. And that is my dream, and it's coming true, of what this family is all about. Okay. Anybody have anything? Liz, you want to go with your agenda now?
I guess, sure. Did I see, is Brandy on? Is Brandy Bingle on here? Hey, Brandy, happy birthday, number one. But
Thank you.
Yay, I'm so glad you're on. The next thing that I kind of just wanted to go over was, because we just have off time.
Go ahead.
Today at Chris down at the gym. I know you're going to be there. So I'm hoping.
Liz.
Yeah.
Can you mute everybody?
Yeah.
Thank you. I couldn't hear you. Sorry. We're good.
So I know since the Chris Downing Coach Day is fresh in some of our minds, I was hoping that we could all kind of maybe chat about it really quick. I guess, is it a good time that you could give some thoughts on the Coach Day?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, it's now a good time that you could chime in just a little bit on the Chris Downing Coach Day. If not,
Sure. Yeah, I can. Let me. Oh, I'm on. Okay.
yeah.
Oh. Well, the workout was pretty intense. My quads are still a little bit sore. I don't know if it's just from that or from Sean T week as well, but I was surprised how sore I was. He was very engaged with us, supporting us, pushing us through. He was just so nice, took pictures afterwards, and gave us a really awesome pep talk. And I don't know, he just seems like the real deal. I'm excited for the program. So I don't know if there's anything specific you want me to talk about.
What were your impressions of actual exercises in the workout that we were doing?
They're intense. They're no joke. But I mean, if you push yourself, you're gonna. I'm still sore, so that's. That tells you that they're gonna work you hard. But I think they make you do things that you don't think that you can.
Were you able to do all of the workouts, like all the exercises?
No. I had to modify, but I kept trying to come back, especially since he was walking around checking everybody out. But I definitely had to modify. But I tried to push as much as I could. I would do maybe one round of the jumps and then, just go as fast as I could and then try to jump again. But they were intense, that's for sure.
I think we all had to modify. I know I did. And my quads are still sore. They were screaming for days. So this is no joke, guys.
No joke. No joke.
Coach Scott, do you have any thoughts on the Coach Day?
So if you've never been to a live workout, I highly recommend that you do that. You can probably find Beachbody ones in your neighborhood and in most major cities. There's Super Saturdays. And even if it's not a Super Saturday, there's other events and things that take place. You can probably do Google searches or Facebook searches. And, some of you are in other, when you're in Pittsburgh, you're kind of connected with what, we're connected with CAM stuff. But if you're not, there are pockets of other coaches doing things and hosting things, and the live atmosphere might seem scary at first. It might seem judgmental. And if you haven't done it, it's hard to have you trust me on these words, but I can guarantee you Tiff was in Punta Cana. Tiff did not look at one other person or judge them because she was so focused on what Chris Downing had to say, and she can give me a thumbs up or a nod. There she is. So if you're concerned, if you're going to a workout that you can't do the moves, to be honest, nobody does all the moves. Everybody modifies a little bit, takes some water breaks. Sometimes you leave the room and you go and urinate in the proper receptacle, and nobody even know, like there's, sometimes there's 20,000 coaches doing it. If you're in New Orleans with us, sometimes there's 600 people or 800 people, like Liz's first lab event in Pittsburgh. Sometimes there's 30 people. But if you've never gone to even go to like a group hip hop class or yoga or something, just to get a different, it doesn't have to be Beachbody, just to get a different perspective as to how that kind of workout will make you feel. And sorry, I went off on a tangent, but to answer your question, it's awesome. It was awesome again. It was awesome in Punta Cana. It was awesome, with other trainers, and he's a good one. He Carrie's preaching it, Tiff's preaching it. If you want to connect with some guy that's gonna, if you need someone to get in your head or in your heart, this is the guy probably. And it might not be though. Maybe Shailene's your girl or something. But you're not going to know until you push play on it and watch it. Lay in your bed and watch it one day and see if that motivates you. If you can't physically, if you're in that season where you're injured or whatever. Sorry, Liz. Always, when I start going off, just interrupt. Go ahead.
That was good. I just had a couple thoughts too on the coach day. I really enjoyed just being able to be in that live atmosphere with other people, but it was really cool to meet other coaches and talk to them about like where they were from and their backgrounds and their experience. And I was surprised just to see, like, I thought everyone in the room was going to be like rock star fitness people, and it was all different walks of life and like people that I don't think anyone in our group had done shift shop, and I believe that's why he did shift shop with our crew. So the way that he does the coach days is there's 4 sessions, and they're happening once a month. So if you did not go and you want to go, check it out. It's in North Canton, Ohio. All the information is on the Cleveland Market Council Facebook page, so you can get all the info there. But the event's open to anyone and it's free. Any coach can go. They said they had people coming in from Canada, so it was a really awesome event, and I really, really liked it. And one thing that was really cool that I noticed, and I don't know if everyone else noticed, like Scott or Brandy that were there was a couple that had like their 3-month-old baby there, and both of them must have registered for the workout and like been accepted to go. And when we started the workout, the husband was like sitting on the ground holding the baby, and the wife started like doing the shift shop moves. And then she would stop, and like the next exercise started, she went and sat down and held the baby, and like the husband got up and he started doing the next move. So like they alternated watching the child. So I thought that was really cool. But then the part that I thought was even cooler was Chris Downing at one point went over and he picked up the baby so they could both do it. And then he like flagged his wife over and was like, come hold this baby. So then his wife held the baby the whole workout, so the both of them could like do the whole workout with us.
Right. Chris's wife held the baby, so the other couple could both work out. Yeah, it was pretty cool. You're right. That was fun.
Yeah. So he's like a super family man, and his son, Chris Jr., was there. Like they're just really cool and down to earth.
And that's a good point. You guys that have come to things, you see that it's really family friendly usually at anything we go to. So, most of the people involved are parents, moms and dads. So there's often kids at events.
Yeah. That was all I had. Do you guys have any questions if you weren't at the coach day, or if you're interested in going to one of the coach days? I don't know if we'll have the answers, but.
Wanted to let you guys listen to 1 minute. I'm going to share my screen. Did you say that's all you had, Liz?
Yeah.
Okay. Those of us that hit Success Club last month, we got this invitation to a podcast, a PD. Where'd it go? Okay. Can you guys see it?
Yes.
And we're not really allowed to share this with anybody, but I'm a rule breaker. So if you guys want the link to this, I can let you watch it. You're not going to like clog it up on the live now, but I just want you to listen to this 1 minute, and I want to give you permission, if you didn't think you had it already, to do this for me. And it's about me and my weaknesses and what I want to work on. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. Let's see.
We must know our limitations, okay, to accept them. I can't accept something I'm unaware of. So I need to know my limitations, my deficiencies, my weaknesses, in order to accept them.
Sorry, I hit something. 1 second. Okay. I guess we're done with that for now. Let me find you. Where'd you go? I'll have to go find
I think the password is capacity, all caps, if you wanted to type it in.
Okay, we'll try one more time. Sorry about that. I think
that was my password too, so anyone can use the link now.
Where was it? All caps, Tiff?
Yes.
I think that was at 31 minutes where I was.
What that means to me, that means that if I'm going to really do well in life, we begin to accept those limitations. Trumpet, your mouth isn't shaped good to make trumpet. So they went down to a store and we rented a trumpet and thought I'd get people put on you. Sometimes people walk in your life.
I lost. Anyone remember where I was?
I think it was like 13:37.
Oh, 13, not 30. Let's try that.
Like to be on the other side of me. I know what it's like to be on this side of me. I know me and kind of my intentions, my attitude, etc., my behaviors. But what's it like to be on the other side? I went up a store and we rented a trip. My parents said, "Well, what instrument could he play well?" And they played that wood instrument, which I did not enjoy at all. Work environment, perhaps what it is, that we don't see ourselves as others see us.
Okay, I'll find it later, and then I'll video put it in Bomb Squad. Sorry to like waste some time there, but basically the point was, as a leader, you want to ask for feedback, and that's what my purpose was. You know, I see myself as I see me from inside out. I don't see myself from a different perspective from the way each of you see me. I trust each of you to be honest with me. So if I can improve on something, I want to know, and I want to give you permission to communicate with me. That was all I wanted to say about that. But it's a pretty cool video podcast. I'll give you the link if you like. But anybody have anything else they want to talk about before we get? Oh, I'm thinking we're done at 9:40 because we usually start at 9, so we have more time than I thought.
Yes.
Is there a counter running down yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. Lori, just so you know, I got your message last night. Sorry I didn't have a chance to reply yet. All good, Lori. Is there anything I can do to help any of you, or we can do as a team that would, brighten your day or help you with any aspect of, all of the different, things? We have PD, we have nutrition, we have fitness, friendships. Is there anything that the team could do better? Anything?
I just want to know who all on this call is going to New Orleans. Yay! Lori, you're going? Awesome. I'm so excited.
It's going to be a good time for sure. And I know we're recording this, so if anybody watches this, if Liz posts the recording, it's not too late. You can get your ticket at the price it's at now until Friday, June 16th, which is 2 days away. After that, the price goes way up.
Have you guys all been doing Sean Week this week? Yeah. Do you like it? Does everyone like it?
Today was one of my favorite workouts I've ever done, and I didn't expect that. So yeah, I liked it a lot.
I liked it too. I thought today's was really good. Is anyone in this call planning to do a live video next week in the sneak peek? I haven't checked that post in a while. I know Scott said you were, Liz said yes. So Kim, Lori, Kristen, Cloud, Brandy, are any of you planning a live video for the sneak peek?
They may not know what you're asking, so do you want to explain it real quick?
Okay, sure. Yeah, we're going to do another sneak peek to a challenge group starting next week. So that will be starting on Monday, the 19th. And we're going to use the group that Scott has already set up. It's been a group forever. It's called Desire to Inspire. I think you're probably all in it. We usually just use it for like motivational posts, but we're actually going to use that as the format for our sneak peeks. We don't have to create a new group or a new event or anything. It's already there. So I know some of us have already started messaging people and sending out invites, and we're going to run it the same way that we did in the past. Like each day a coach will make a video. It can be a live video or it can be pre-recorded. It doesn't matter. And we're going to try to focus the videos on a specific topic this time so they don't get like super long. Like our goal is like to keep them around 5 minutes. So it won't take you very long to make. And also, like before you get into your topic, we'd like it if you could do just a 30-second introduction about who you are, about your family, your job, things like that. So that's our plan for next week. So if any of you could help us with that, that would be amazing. And you don't have to decide right now. You can either post in the Bomb Squad or you can message me and let me know, whatever works for you.
Tiff made a post in Bomb Squad about this with a couple topics and ideas. And in her post, she said, you can talk about whatever you like, but we kind of want to know so we could have one or two overlapping topics, but we'd like to try and cover, and it's hard to cover things in 4 or 5 minutes, So a couple thoughts that some of us have been talking about are what we lacked in the prior sneak peeks where we told our stories, but maybe we didn't share like that, I'm a mom, I have a child this age, or I have 3 or 4, or Tammy J has 5, we just learned. Or, I have 2 new hips like Cloud, or a couple little things that give you, I don't want to say, credibility or relatability, so that people realize, okay, Brandy Bingle just had a birthday. She's a mom. She's a wife. Okay, now let's see what the topic is, So you got to keep your intro short, though, because you could intro yourself for 10 minutes. All of us could. And the reason we want them shorter is because, like any of you, if you see a video that's 48 minutes long, you're less likely to click on that and watch it than maybe something that's 4 or 5 minutes. And we are trying to just get better at making these and like chiseling them out. And if you don't cover everything in the world in your video, and I have a weakness with this, I start going, I want to cover everything that I've ever learned in 5 years. If you don't cover it, you got to think of it as a positive, as like, okay, that was a little tease. So then they're going to come back for more for the next topic, or they're going to come back in the comments with some questions. So it's okay to on purpose leave a few things out, or on accident leave a few things out. And it builds the interest in, in a challenge group or in coaching, if you even want to mention about coaching. But if this is more, Tiff wanted to do something like information on what goes on in a challenge group, because most people in the general population have no idea what goes on in that app or the support that we have or the Zooms. Anything else, Tiff?
No, I think that's it. I just wanted to, I'd like to have as many people from the team represent as possible. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody in here knew about it.
Yes. And every single person is valuable for this. Every story, if you fell off a little bit, that's valuable. It's valuable to have, it's not just whoever's in the perfect season and has results right this second. We only want those stories. That's the opposite of what we want. We want everybody at every point and stage, and honesty, and with a positive spin. Obviously, if you're really, really struggling and you get on there and bitch and moan for 5 minutes and you turn it off, there needs to be like, this is what's wrong, but this is what I'm trying to do to work on it. And if you can always try and do that, it's going to be great for other people to understand what we're trying to do here.
I have a question.
Sure.
The 2 girls that I signed up are starting on Monday with 21 Day Fix. And like, how do you guys help your challengers? Like, what do you guys do? I'm meeting with them this weekend to sort of walk through the nutrition plan and to make some shakes for them. But, what do you guys do to help the people you sign up?
Does anybody send like an email with some instructions or anything? That's what I've always said I'm going to do. And I'm going to be straight honest. I try and cover it all in the sign up, but I don't really have a good process. Brandy, anybody else have?
Lately, I've been adding people to the group, either Cloud's group about clean eating or Lisa Vance's group, the Prep in Advance, when they ask me about meal prep stuff, because that's not really my expertise. So I just put them in those groups to help them get ideas for that. And then we just use Messenger. Like, they just message me as needed whenever they have a question, and I just answer it for them the best that I can. But that's really all I do.
Brandy, were you asking about someone who signs up for the challenge pack?
Yeah, they have the all access, the challenge pack.
If someone enrolls with the challenge pack, do you send them any instructions about, like, this is the app that you need? This is.
I told them about it, and I signed them up for the app, and they're in our group as well.
Okay. So I think that some top coaches, and I'm not saying that I do this, they have like an email that they just copy and paste to every new person that says, this is the name of the app, My Challenge Tracker. This is the name of the second app, Beachbody On Demand. Here's a couple recipes that you can try, so that they know how much ice or how much water, or about the banana trick to make it blend better. So I would recommend, and again, this is hard to give you advice when I'm not following it myself, having something to give to somebody new, because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to go log on. They can log on to Beachbody On Demand through beachbodyondemand.com or through the app called Beachbody On Demand. Maybe you didn't even know that. So, Brandy, that's a great question. And if I ever get that together, I'll be allowed to share what I write into like a file in Bomb Squad. I don't have that quite yet.
Okay, thanks.
Sure. Can we talk about, like, Tiff was like, invite people to desire to inspire. Tiff, while you're brushing teeth there, can you, if you can't do it right now, maybe Liz can. Can you tell us what a simple donut invite looks like, or what an invite looks like, or what that donut even means for the people that might not know?
Yeah, mine are like, I could definitely do better with them, but usually I'm on a time crunch. Like, I'll wake up before Scarlett, so I have like 10 minutes before she hijacks my phone. So I'll let Liz tell you about the if I would you approach.
Hey, Scarlett. Yeah, I just try to make really short messages for the donut invites, so they're not really long, but I like to put in a question that's related to them personally, as like start of where I'm starting. Like, I'll ask them, where are they going on vacation this year? Or if they're going back to the same place, like if I knew where they went last year. And then I start a whole new topic where I'm just like, also, my friends and I are holding like a sneak peek to the fitness accountability groups that I'm in. It starts this week or starts next week. If I send you an invitation, will you check it out? And pretty much everyone's like, yeah, sure, I'll check it out. So it's a better way, I think, to like come across to getting them to see some more information without sort of like forcing them to or making it seem salesy. And then it gives me an opportunity to ask them about their fitness and health like goals at the moment, or just continue the conversation about like their vacation or whatever I asked personal about them.
So who will admit, and I'll raise my hand before I even say it, that maybe it's awkward, or we don't know how to invite someone because we don't want it to come off like we're just trying to sell something? Like, anybody raise their hand? Okay, I see Kristen, Cloud, and Alicia. Kim nodding. Okay, and Tiff. Okay, so we all have those thoughts, you know, and Tiff hit Success Club 20 something last month. She still has those same feelings, and she's been a coach for 2 or 3 years. I've been a coach for 5 years. It's hard for me to sit down and write a message to invite somebody. So Carl challenged us last month, and Tiff was in the group, and he said, you need to do some warm-up swings, like when the baseball players are playing. So that's where the donut comes from. I don't know if you guys ever watched the people getting ready to bat up next on deck circle. So the batter has just a bat, but the guy next up to bat, when he's warming up, he puts this weight on the end of his baseball bat, and it's called a donut, and then he takes some warm-up swings before he gets his turn to go up to the actual at bat. So donuts are warm-up invites supposed to be done before you get out of bed. So Tiff actually is all-star coach, so she actually said, Carl said, try this. So she did it. She did it like every day for May, or I think May pretty much. And then she hit Success Club 20, and that's a record for you, right, Tiff? So all she did was copy and paste almost the same message to 5 new people every day. And if you invite 5 people for 30 days, that's 150 people that you sent something to. Now, what does that message say? I mean, she has shared it a few times in the pusher thread, but it's 1 or 2 sentences, and it uses a technique from GoPro. GoPro is an audiobook. The technique is called If I Would You. So the old ways, when we use DVDs as third party, like in other multi-level marketing, it would be like, if I send you this DVD about prepaid legal services, will you watch? That's like an if I will you. Or if I send you this newspaper article about this thing, will you watch? So Tiff is saying, if I send you an invite to watch a live video that I'm doing, or if I send you an invite to this informational group, will you check it out? And you should use your words, not exactly Tiff's or Liz. And Liz is trying to go a little bit further and like personalize that a little bit, so that the person receiving it feels a little bit like it's more personal. I've done this both ways, and I've not done it for days and days and days at a time. But the trick is, if you're just inviting them, like one of the best things is if you're making a live, and I think for me, I like to say, I've been asked to do a 5-minute video to talk about whatever my assigned topic is. So mine is modified. So this is my message. I'm gonna start here. Hey, Jesse, I've been asked to go live with a 5-minute information about modifying a workout. If I invite you to the group, would you check it out? I'm nervous about it, and I just want some feedback on it. And that's it. And that's like 2 sentences or 3 sentences, and I send that to Jesse, and then I send it to Betty, and then I send it to Tammy. And I'm not inviting them to buy a challenge pack. I'm not inviting them to spend any money. I'm inviting them to look at a video that I'm making, and I'm being vulnerable with them and saying, I don't know if this will be helpful to someone. Would you evaluate it? And then all that does, and I mean, they're probably going to say, sure, I'll check it out. I know we're going to run out of time. All that does is get them into the group. And then you can ask them the next day, hey, what did you like about my videos, or anything, you know, anything else I should cover in there. And then ask them to watch another video that applies to them in that group. Kim Roson's making a video about this topic. I don't know if you could check hers out, you know. And it's just like in your mind, it needs to be considered easy and not such this giant boulder that you're pushing up a hill. And it needs to take you 2 minutes in the morning to copy and paste it 5 times, not 3 hours of work.
Awesome. While you were talking, I was looking really quick in the back office for Brandy's question about following up, because there is some information and tools in the back office that kind of give little timelines of like when to follow up and stuff that I found once. I'll do a video and share it in the group because we're going to lose time for me to like share my screen right now. But it's really helpful, actually. It took me a while to find it. So now that I found it, I'll do the video.
Seeing your faces on here made my night tonight, so thank you. You know who you are.
All right, thanks for hopping on, guys. I'll try to save it and upload.
We did Cabbage Patch abs at Chris Downing.
Yeah, we did.
Brown Cabbage Patch. Bye.